Hello and welcome back to the shop. Today we are going to continue working on our flatbed build. This is going to be part 3 of the series. Hopefully my goal for the day is to get this light bar fabricated and mounted up. You remember when we left off last time, I just started doing the upright bars for it. I gave you a little teaser I think on one side. So I did go ahead and finish those up. I apologize, I wasn't thinking, I did not record any of it. But we've got them both done, and we're going to continue on this. Okay, so here's what we got going on. I've got both of the upright bars. I'm laying down on laying the pieces on the back of the flatbed here, just because it's a nice level surface. I've got the bars all cut and bent up. I do have both sides done. What I did was I notched them out on the inside and just bent them until I liked the way they looked. And then when I had that first one done, I used that as a template for the second one. I clamped them both together and cut everything apart and got everything the same. So I do have everything squared up right here, all ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is just start tacking this together, and then we'll set it up in front behind the truck and we'll see how it looks. Okay, that should hold. So we got those tacked on there. Now what we're going to do is go ahead and get the clamps off of here, and we're going to set it up here in place behind the cab. I'm going to go ahead and set these clamps up here so I can use them to hold it in place when I get it where I want it, or close to it anyways. Alright, moment of truth. Is it going to stay together or break? Alright. Stand there for me. Perfect. Well, so much for having there, so I can grab right away. My catch is still on the ground. Trying to get it close so we can get a look at what we got going on here. You're actually seeing this before I am, but I haven't looked at it yet. All right, what do we got? I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just go ahead and take a look here at it. Look, review from the back of the truck here. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with it, actually. Yeah, I like that. So what we're going to do now then is I need to get a piece to go across the top here, and we'll see how high we want to put that on there, and we'll figure out where that's going to land. So, all right, so I've got this little light bar here that I got from a friend of mine. Thank you very much, Scott. The way it's built will not work for anything that I have. So what I'm going to do is basically cut it apart, and we're going to use that top bar, this here, as our bar to go across the top of our light bar here. So I'm going to go ahead and get to work on getting that piece cut off of there, and we'll get the lights and everything ripped out of there as well. Those are some old lights that I don't even know if they even work, so we're not going to be using those. But okay, let's start getting this cut apart. All right, so we're going to work on getting these lights off of here. I'm looking at these, and they don't actually look like they're in too bad a shape, so we're going to try to be careful taking these apart. We might have another home for these someday, so we're just going to go ahead and get these lights off of here quick and finish getting this cut up. Stainless steel bolts on those. What an idea. Usually they're regular bolts and they're all rotted to heck and you can't even get them out. Oh, there we go. These look pretty decent yet, so we'll test them out. We'll see if they work. Who knows, maybe they'll go back on here. We'll see. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish getting this top bar cut off of here. Well, I got the legs cut off this thing, but as luck would have it, somehow I wasn't recording, so I'm just going to hit this with the grinder now and get where the legs were welded on here and just kind of knock down these old welds a little bit and kind of pick things up a little bit. All right, one side done. Spin it around here and get this side knocked off. Alright, it looks pretty good. Look here. Didn't get too messed up when I ground them off. I guess that's what happens when you recycle, but it's not costing me anything to have this, so. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is grab a piece of angle iron while my glasses get steamed up. Grab a piece of angle iron and put that across the top here to kind of get an idea of what kind of height we want. And then I'll mark those, and then we'll get that back down, and we'll cut everything and get it laid out nice, and then we'll get this welded on there. Okay, welcome to the roof. So like I said, what we're going to do here is I'm going to take a piece of angle iron and go across this just to get an idea of the height that we want. There is a third brake light back here, which I'll show you a little closer when I get the camera back down. So I'm just going to kind of get this up here. Open my clamps up first. clamp it on, see how it looks, and then we'll decide if we need to go up or down, or if it's going to be fine the way it is, which I highly doubt. So let's get this clamped on here. There's too much now. Don't have enough hanging off the other side here. I'm thinking about 2 inches is probably going to be about where we want to be here. So let's just take a look and see. I got my other clamp open here too. I didn't measure this at all. It's just I'm just eyeballing it, ballparking it. So this is what we got going on. Got our angle iron here across, and let's see here. Oh, I gotta remember that's not welded on there yet. How does that put us? Looks like we're a little bit low yet. Well, actually, not too much. We want to be able to see that third brake light, and we also want to be high enough to be able to see, for the light to be able to be seen from the front of the cab. So I think I'm going to raise that up about another inch on either side, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, so I got it up about another inch on either side, and we're getting pretty close. You can see the tail light or the brake light from the back, but I think I'm going to go a little bit higher because we're just clearing the roof. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen these clamps up. We might end up actually just being pretty close, just going square with the top angle here. Right here is what I'm thinking. Maybe just bring it up to right here, and then we're going to be pretty close. So let's see where we're at. Yeah, I'm liking where that lands us here. We got plenty of room to see the third brake light. We're above the roof enough that you'll be able to see the beacon light from the front. Yeah, so I think we're just going to go ahead and take this back down. We'll get this laid down, and what we're going to do is come across here. We're going to square these up. Mark that. We're going to cut that off there on both sides, and then we're going to weld this tube here we took off. We're going to weld that on there flat, and then we're going to figure out, probably drill some holes in here for our wires to go through. And I'm going to try to keep everything inside, I think, because I think it'll look nice. So we'll see if that works out for us or not. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use this piece of angle iron, and we're going to get these marked up. All right, got a nice mark on there on either side. So then we'll go ahead and get our square on there. Get everything nice and straight, up and down, all around. We'll follow our mark down from this side we just put on there. And we're going to go ahead and do that over on this side as well. Out of our way for now. A little bit too far back on that one. There we go. All right, so you got those marked on both sides. What we'll do now, come on, focus here. Now we'll take it, we'll cut these lines, we'll follow them down, and that will give us a nice flat surface for our bar to lay across. Everything's done. Alright, now I'll get this flipped over here. Well, probably didn't even see that, did you? We'll get this flipped over and we'll get the other side marked and cut. Alright, so we've got everything cleaned up and measured up. We've got it laid out. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple tacks on here, hold it together again, and then we're going to set up in place again just for one final look at it to make sure that I like the way it looks. And then we'll take it back down and we'll get everything welded up. So let's get these tacked in. Alright, I think just those two on either side should hold it for now. We're going to go ahead and get it up there in place and we'll see how it looks. So I've got it up in place and I don't like it. I think it's too tall. Right here, it looks goofy right here. And if I get up a little closer here, you can see that it's definitely taller than it needs to be. So what I think I'm going to do is take it back down and I'm going to take another inch or inch and a half off of it. I just don't like the way it looks up there. It's too high. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so I went ahead and took that inch and a half off of it. I got it back up there in place. I like it a lot better now. It's not so far to the top of the cab. So I think we're going to call it good. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it back down yet again. And everything on that whole bar, from the bottom bar all the way to the top bars, everything is just tacked together. So I am going to go ahead and take it back down and weld everything up. And then we'll start thinking about what else needs to be done here. I also want to take and put covers on all of the ends pieces. So we'll have to get those all cut up. Those are, I'm thinking I'm going to put lights in them. Haven't decided 100% yet, but that's kind of my thought right now, because these are all equally spaced out from front to back. So I think that might look nice with some marker lights in there. So we'll see what we decide to do on that one. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and take this back down and get everything welded up. I'm going to start off on the top bar because it's not as heavy as what the rest of it is. So I'm going to go ahead and get this tacked into place. The bottom's tacked so it won't pull out on me. And I'm going to weld the tops and the sides. And then when I get this welded, I'm going to adjust the heat on my welder to weld the bottom down here back on this together then. So that's what we're up to. That explains it. We're out of wire. I'll get that changed up and we'll be right back. One more side. Okay, back to work. That's it. All right. All right, that's a good person. All right, well, that should be about it for welding that up. I think okay, that's gonna do it for today. They're calling for some rain, and I want to get my grass cut before it gets here, so I'm gonna shove off for now. Next time when we come back, we're gonna work on getting these covers or the caps made for these crossbars I was talking about. We'll probably make some brackets for some warning lights I want to be putting on here, and we might even start drilling holes and getting things done in preparation for wiring when it's done. Oh, and we're also going to go ahead and get this drilled out. Ooh, that's still warm. We're going to get the lights drilled out of here, and we're going to get this welded onto the front of the truck next time. I think it's easier to drill these holes while I can manipulate it and move it around as opposed to it being up there in the air. So we're going to do that next time. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. If you like what you're seeing, please like and subscribe. Enjoy yourselves. and don't forget to be nice to one another. Thanks, bye.